Wouldn't it be amazing if you could have any movie on a physical disc at any time? In today's physical media news topic video, we're going to be discussing the pros and cons when it comes to on demand manufacturing for movies and ultimately how it impacts the collecting market going forward. So let's get into this. First, to talk about what made to order movies actually means and all the pros that could come along with this system. Now, I'm no expert in this field by any means, so if you have any information to add to this conversation or anything you need to correct, go ahead and do that in the comments below. But from what I understand, made to order movies is a process where they laser burn the information onto the disc instead of a traditional stamping method, which of course most manufacturers do. Of course, for those long run production of movies where they have tons of copies they want to get out to the stores like the big box retailers because it's made for the general mass audience. They know they're going to sell a decent amount of copies, so they have those long production ones. Well, instead, making movies on demand is going to get you, of course, a lower quantity, which is really to be made to those consumers that just want it in their collection, but maybe there's some obscure titles, so the studios don't want to do a massive run of them, thousands and thousands of copies or whatever it might be. This is going to be a much smaller run and it's less costly to them, and they can make it just for the consumers that want to buy it. Basically, on demand ordering in a sense, kind of customizable in that way, to where, okay, you place the order, now we will make it for you, instead of thinking, okay, let's make this whole bunch and then try to go out and sell all this large quantity. Hopefully, we sell them. If we don't, we're kind of out of luck. That's when we have to start discounting things, putting things on sales to get rid of that quantity. At least that's just my surface level of understanding. But I think this can definitely be some pros because it's going to allow consumers, collectors to get some of these obscure titles that studios maybe did not want to release before in larger quantities. So those titles that are kind of lost the film history in a sense, to where not mostly everybody knows about them. These are definitely not the mainstream titles. These are more the B-level movies in a sense, but sometimes collectors still want those kinds of titles. Sometimes collectors still enjoy those types of movies. Once again, they're not for everyone, but some people definitely want to get their hands on this. Not to get into some of the drawbacks of made to order disc, and I don't think there's too much here for us to be worried about as collectors. Yeah, they might give us some on demand ordering type of fees just to get a little bit more money out of us, because of course you got the middlemen, the third parties that need to make their money as well. Of course, you got the studios and the licensing. Everybody has to make money in this process, so they're probably going to charge the consumer a little bit more. But once again, we want some of these obscure titles into our collection. We want these movies, so we don't mind paying a little bit more to get these titles. So I'm definitely all for it once again. And I think the pros are just going to definitely outweigh the cons here. I mean, imagine once again being able to have any title you want made to order. You want that movie, you got it. It's just so easy to go ahead and laser burn that onto the disc for you. They produce it, they go ahead and send it to you, and now you have it in a nice packaging. You got some artwork on there. To me, the pros are definitely going to outweigh the cons here. Now to get into what the future might look like in this movies on demand made to order disc kind of world. Well, I think we are going to be seeing more made to order disc out there, and that as an option for collectors, because as the general audience for movie buying shrinks, which every few years or so we do see the shrinking numbers, of course, with more people going to streaming. Well, we still of course got us collectors out there that want some of these titles. Well, how are they going to produce it for us? That's going to be the made to order on demand type of disc. But I think that's great. Imagine being able to get any title you've ever wanted on any disc, any format. If you want it on a DVD, if you want it on a Blu-ray, if you want it on a 4K, of course the price range will vary and they're going to charge you different fees depending on formats and all that good stuff, adding up to the cost. I totally get it, but you're still going to be able to get your hands on any movie title you want. And imagine if they had these, both online to order and also in stores. You could just go to a little outlet in the mall and they have somebody there that looks up your title. They have their machine right there and they go ahead and, laser burn it onto the disc, seal it up, get you your artwork. Imagine if you could pick out different artworks too to go along with your Blu Blu-ray or your 4K. How awesome would that be? And they put it all together right in front of you. It's made to order just right there to meet that demand of that specific collector to get that title they absolutely want in their collection. I just think that's an awesome world to be in, because now you're not limited to what studios want to release. No longer do we have to wonder, hey, is Disney going to release this title ever from Fox? We won't have to really worry about that. Hey, is Universal going to put this one only to Blu-ray, or are they actually going to go back to doing 4Ks? We won't have to worry about it. It'll just be, a la carte, on demand. Here you go. If you want it, you pay for it right there and you get that disc. To me, I think that's very interesting. I think that allows for something really cool and different. And I think it's a future possibility. Doesn't guarantee it's going to happen. But once again, those are just my thoughts and my train of thinking on this subject right now. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of made to order discs? And do you think that's where things are heading to in the future? Or do you think that just is not very practical? It's not going to happen. Something's going to go wonky there. Let's hear everybody's thoughts in the comments below. And if you love collecting physical media just like me, make sure you subscribe right now. That way I can keep you entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics.
The end is inevitable, Maverick. Your kind is headed for extinction.
Maybe so, sir. But not today.
And if you enjoy these physical media topics, check out another one right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters.